What's up, everybody? This is AG Chopsticks, and as you can see in front of me, I've got my sorting bowls, I've got my Rob Finds treasure map out, and that means it's time to sort some silver coins. And today we're going to be sorting something from what I affectionately call the penny dog hoard. And this is penny dog was actually helping an individual who found his mother's secret stash of silver, liquidate some to make it into fiat instead of silver. So I'm going to search through what I got from the penny dog hoard. Stay tuned. Alright, in today's episode of what I call the penny dog hoard, I'm actually searched through the $40 face worth of quarters that I picked up from the hoard. Part of it's for Grandpa Chopsticks, part of it's for another streamer, so he has extra silver on hand, and part of it's for me. So I'm going to search through these, looking for semi-key dates, really nice coins, just to give it a look through, see what we have. We're going to use the magic of video editing. I'm not going to make you sit through as I sort through all these coins. I mean, that's 160 quarters. I'm not going to make you sit through that. I'm going to go ahead and just get them sorted into 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and then bring you back in. So again, I'll be looking for any of these key dates, and again, key dates for quarters are the 32D and the 32S, as well as the 36D. Pull out any that I think are gorgeous, and then also see if there's anything that I could put into my quarter books, just for giggles. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get these sorted into decades and see what we can do from there. I'll be back in a second. Alright, look at that. Movie magic. Well, YouTube magic. So here we've got them all sorted out. This is $40 face. I've got my 30s. And actually what's really interesting about this hoard is that the majority, and this is not typical, are actually in the 40s. The story that I've heard is the lady who these came from ran a truck stop in the 40s through the 60s, and saved up a bunch of silver coins from that time, and this is the result. And so we got a lot of 40s, which is interesting, a good amount of 50s, and then my second lowest amount is the 60s, which is usually pretty rare when you're searching through silver coins that you found online. So kind of cool. Not a lot of key dates, no key dates in the 40s, 50s, or 60s, but that's still cool. We'll get through, and I'm going to sort out my 30s for now. Again, there's some key dates. We'll check for those really quick live. I also pulled out some really nice 1957s, 1954, just to see if they upgrade the book, as well as 1950s as I was sorting. That's Grandpa Chopstick's birth year, so I was trying to set those aside so he has coins from his birth year. So let's just jump in really quick here into these coins, because I want to see if we've got any key dates. So again, the key dates are 32 and 36. We got 35. That's just a really nice shape 35. And that's out of, looks like, San Francisco. And it is, so cool. Again, we'll check this against the book in a second, but I just want to see if we have any key dates. 34 is not. Oh, here's a 36. So key date with, it's 5 million. It's not the, it's a semi-key date, I would personally call it. But 5 million of 36D, and that's a Philly. 35. 36, again, looking for the mint mark there. Nothing there, so Philly. Another 36, cool. Out of Philly, and last but not least, another 36 out of Philly. Alright, so nothing key there. Let's quickly check here, see if any of these are upgrades into the album. So again, in my album, here's my key date 32 D and S, still need. 34D, still need. Where was that really good coin? That 35's got some actually decent details on it. The back's a little iffy, but I already have that. I need a 36D. Nothing until 37, which I don't have any 37s. Alright, so it doesn't look like, let's just check them really quick. Look at that 35. That's just bling, and that's a gorgeous coin. Doesn't look like I've got any upgrades, though, in here. So, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. I don't see any upgrades. Actually, this one's not bad. That's that 35S. And it actually looks like that'll be an upgrade to my album. This one's got a lot of darkness in the field. This one's actually a pretty decent coin. Reverse is okay on this one. Let's check the reverse really quick on this one, which does not want to come out of my book, so we're going to grab our handy dandy chopstick and carefully boop it out. Alright, so let's see here. This actually has a little bit of nice toning. I would personally say the one that was in the book, just because of toning, I'm going to keep in the one that was already in the book. So I'm going to put him back into the book, Mr. Washington, and carry on. And we're going to go through and we are going to sort from here our 1940s. We'll be right back. All right, since there's no key dates in the 1940s, what I wanted to do was look through the ones that I need for the book. So I have a really nasty 1940S and a really nasty 1948S in the book, so I wanted to see if there was any of those. So we got some 1940 here, and it actually does look like it is a San Francisco. So we'll check that against the book, and then let's see if any of these 48S's are San Franciscos as well. Nope. Nope. That's a Denver, Philly, Philly. All right, so nothing in there that will actually do anything to the book. All the 48s are back in the bowl. Let's check this 40S in the book. And as you can tell, that 40S is kind of nasty. So this one actually has much cleaner on it. It's got a little bit of schmutz, but that's okay. Pretty nice reverse. So we're going to take this out of the book. And is that one going to play nice this time? It is. Good. So we're going to take this 40S. Again, it's just the obverse is covered in schmutz. And we're going to put that in the bowl and move in a better 40S into the book. So we do have one upgrade, which is awesome. So we're going to get into the, let's see, we'll switch bowls here, into the 50s next. And let's see what we have before we do that. So this book is done for now. We've got one upgrade in the 32 to 47 book. And in this one, in the 50s, we are actually complete in the 50s. So we're going to be looking for upgrades and see if anything upgrades. We do have a really nice 54. Let's do that right now. My 54 Philly. I mean, side by side compare. Let's see if I can do this and balance this properly. You know, here's the one in the book. Here's the one I might replace it with. Yeah, that definitely is covered in, you know, wear of age. But look at how crisp that 1954 is. So we'll definitely be upgrading that in the book. And my 1957s, you know, they're actually, the P could use an upgrade. The D is not bad in my book, so that's definitely going to be an upgrade. We'll set that aside. And let's see here. Oh, actually, that's got some cool toning going on this part of the coin. These are both of the P variety. Side by side, still great details. Actually, I might go with the toned one. You know what? No. We're going to go with this one. So we will be doing two upgrades into that. I don't see anything else I need for the book. There's no key dates in the 50s. So, you know what? We're just going to set these aside as sorted because, well, we don't need any key dates, any dates out of there at all. So we'll come in here really quick and pull this 54 out. The thing I don't like as much about these albums is it's just more difficult to get stuff out. So we'll take this 54 out and throw them in the bin and grab my 54 and upgrade the book. Awesome. That actually is a really nice looking coin. Actually, you know what? We might sort back through those because that 54 and that 56 could use an upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, while I'm here, I'm going to pop out this 57 out of that hole and plop in that nice and shiny one for an upgrade. You know, I am actually going to look through that book. I want to see if we've got any 51s that we can update. 54 Denver could use an upgrade if we've got a good one, as well as the 56 Denver. And we actually do have a hole in the 60s, so we'll be checking that for that hole. But let's try and see if we can upgrade the 54, 51s definitely, and maybe that 56. I'll be right back. Alright, out of there, I upgraded my 51 Denver. This one's just toned. I would keep the toned one in here, but it's got just so much darkness in the field right there that I'll release that to the wild. And to the wild, I mean to the people who bought into this with me. I replaced my 53D, just did an upgrade, as well as my 58 Denver did an upgrade as well. So it's been a lot of fun looking through all this. There's not a lot to find in here unless you got those 32s and 36s, but it's still, you know, fun to search through $40 face. You know, I would have loved to have been there to search through the $400 or $500 face that they had in the Hoard. So, okay, last thing we're going to look through is through my 60s. And the only reason I'm doing that is to see if I've got a 61 Philly. For some unbeknownst reason, that's the only coin that I'm missing here. So just see if I can find a 61 Philly. Other than that, the ones I have in here are pretty darn good examples. I'll keep those toned ones up top there. They came out of an album. And of course I got a 64 proof in there. So really all I'm looking for right now is that 61 Philly just to fill this book. And then we'll be done. So I will be right back. Let's see if I can find a 61. Alright, so we were actually able to find a 1961 Philly. So that means that this portion of the book is actually complete. So 1948 to 1964 is done for quarters. All of my quarters have been sorted. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw these into a bigger bowl, and I'm just going to mix them so that when people like my dad get a roll besides his 1950s, which are still tucked up there, it'll be random dates and not just straight dates. So there you go. That was a lot of fun going through $40 face of George Washington silver quarters. So the books are filling up, which is kind of fun. Just has some key dates and some stupid ones I don't have yet, so got to work on that. But you know what? I'm not going to go crazy because my patience will pay off. It's not going to be a matter of if, but when I feel these books. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of it. Stay safe out there and be kind to each other. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.